at all those ancient empires. Millions of people that was alive in those times, they thought about Babylon, man.
That's right.
They thought that same thing about the Persians and the Medes.
That's right.
They thought those same things about the Greek Empire. They thought those same things about the Roman Empire.
Right.
Till what? One day they fell, man. Till one day those empires ruled no more. So how much more would you think the same way about England, man?
Right.
Why would you think the same way about England when all throughout history many great empires fell, man?
Right.
Many great kingdoms lost their power. So why could it not happen to England, man? Why couldn't it happen to America? Why could it happen to Amsterdam, France, Denmark, man? And guess what? It is going to happen. And get me at Jeremiah 28:8, man. I'm going to show you that all throughout the Bible, the men of God always spoke against great kingdoms, spoke against great empires.
That's right.
And you're seeing the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA do that right now, man.
Right.
You got it for me. Jeremiah 28:8, read.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee.
So now, the prophets that have been before me and thee, man, who are those men? Ezekiel,
Right.
Isaiah,
That's right.
Jeremiah.
Right.
These are men that were prophets of God before me and before you, brother. And let's find out what these men did. Read.
Of old prophesied against, it's like a prophesied boom against many countries.
Hang on. The prophets of the past spoke against many countries, man.
Right.
England is a country.
Right.
Guess what? If Isaiah was alive, he would be prophesying against this place, man.
That's right.
If Jeremiah was alive today, he would be prophesying against this place, man.
Right.
If Ezekiel was alive, he would be prophesying against this place. Why? Because that's what the prophets of the Lord did, man.
Right.
They prophesied against many countries, man. Read.
And against great kingdoms of war.
And against great kingdoms, man. England is what? A great kingdom, man. And guess what? We are prophesying against it, man. Right now, I'm prophesying against England. Why?
Right.
Because the Lord's angry with England, man.
That's right.
The Lord's seen how rich England has got from what? The blood, the sweat, and the tears of the children of the Windrush, man.
Right.
From black slaves from the Caribbean islands, man.
That's right.
That's why we prophesy against this place. Why? Because even though you forget, there's a God in heaven and he does not forget, man.
That's right.
There's a God in heaven that remembers everything what this kingdom has done. And that's why God told us to prophesy against England, man.
That's right.
Read.
And against great kingdoms of war.
Of what?
Of war.
Of what?
Of war.
And there, man, war is coming, man. Russia and Ukraine, they are in a war right now. And that war is affecting England, man.
Right.
The petrol is expensive, man. Damn day, you're paying £100 to fill the tank on your Vauxhall Corsa, man.
Right.
Why? Because of war, man. To buy food, the cost of living has gone up, man. Look on the news, they're trying to sort out the tax issue, man. Tax has risen by 6%. Why? Because God said war would happen, man.
Right.
These things happen. Why? Because God is angry against England, man.
That's right.
You forget, you live happy, but to get this happiness, it came at a price, man.
Right.
To get this happiness to England, black slaves had to die for 400 years, man.
That's right.
For you to drink on the weekend and run up the street half naked, black slaves had to die for that freedom, man.
Right.
While you're on the West End having a good time, those things came at a cost, man. Those things were the cost of black slaves' lives, man.
Right.
And that's something England forgets. But there's a God in heaven and he does not forget, man.
That's right.
While you want to forget and get drunk and take ecstasy, there's a God that say, nah, you're living happy while my chosen people died at that expense.
That's right.
Read on.
And of evil.
And of evil, man. It ain't rocket science. England is suffering evils, man.
Right.
The COVID-19 is an evil.
That's right.
The and monkeypox
Right.
is an evil, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But for you to buy a diesel for your car, and it's at extortionate price. That's evil, man.
Right.
I'm at the petrol station like, damn, this is evil, man. You know what I mean? Why? Because the Lord is against England. The Lord is against this place. That's why it's suffering many evils, man.
Right.
While you choose to forget, there's a God in heaven that does not forget, man.
Right.
In the Bible, a justice will happen, man. Even though it is delayed, it is not denied, man.
Right.
Justice delayed is not denied. And guess what? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, you will receive justice for what England has done to your foreparents, man.
That's right.
Justice will be coming for how England has abused the chosen people of God. It is coming one day, man. The ancient Babylonians, they enslaved the chosen people of God. And guess what? They thought they would get away with it, man.
Right.
The Persians and the Medes had the chosen people of God under their foot. And what happened? God brought them down. England has had the chosen people of God under their foot. And like those empires, they're going to fall for what they did to the chosen people of God, man.
That's right.
And you know what, brother? You are right, man. It is starting already, man.
That's
England
right.
is falling. You can do the research with the ancient Babylonian Empire. They fell, man. Even though at that time they thought they would rule forever.
Right.
And listen, England is losing their rule right now, man.
That's right.
Why? Because God is bringing England down just like ancient Egypt, man.
Right.
God is bringing England down just like the ancient Babylonian Empire, just like ancient Rome, man. All empires have their rise and then they have their demise, man.
That's right.
And England's just the same way, man. Why? Because England has abused the people, raped, robbed, and murdered the people
Right.
that they thought nothing of, man.
Right.
And what they didn't understand is those people that they rejected all along, they were the chosen people of God.
That's right.
And that's you, black man. You are the Israelites, man.
That's right.
You are the chosen people of God. And just like in Egypt, it was just like back then, God saved you. God's gonna save you from England, man.
Right.
You read in the book of Exodus how what God saw we was afflicted, man. God saw a nation that took advantage of us. God sees how England takes advantage of black people, man.
That's right.
God sees how the Windrush came here, built England up from the ground, man. Do the research. The London Underground was built by black people, man.
Right.
Black people working in those coal mines, man. Working in the welding industry. And then what happens? England deports us illegally. And there's a God in heaven that sees everything, man. There's a God in heaven that is going to bring justice, man.
Right.
And that justice will come. Even though it hasn't happened yet, black man. It is coming, man.
That's right.
And that's in the Bible. Thank you, sister, man. And guess what? Justice is coming, man. Even though England wants to forget, there's a God in heaven that does not forget, man.
That's right.
And our justice is coming, man. All throughout the Bible, God saved us many times, and God will save us again, man.
Right.
Read it from the top. Jeremiah 28:8. Read.
The prophets that have come before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
And there, man, the prophets in the Bible, they prophesied against many countries, man. They went all over the globe prophesying for the evil that they did, man.
Right.
And listen, England has evils, man. I know some of you like to walk by thinking England's righteous, England's just. Thank you, sister. I bet it's late now, but you know what I mean? Guess what? England has done evils, man. England has been a nation of wickedness, man. All these riches that England has, it came from slaves, man.
Right.
England ain't just rich because they're rich. They're rich from hard, free black labor, man.
That's right.
Imagine that. You've had people working for you for 400 years and they receive no wage, man. You got rich of them and didn't pay them a penny, man.
Right.
A manager pays your wages, man. There's an accountant paying your wages every month. There's an accountant paying your wages every week. And guess what? Black people for 400 years, receive no wages, man.
That's right.
They got no benefit from the work that they did. And imagine that England is rich of that labor and can't even apologize, man.
Right.
All these banks, all these loans that you receive, they came from black blood, sweat and tears, man.
Right.
And then this place wants to act like they're righteous, man. Want to walk around with their head high like they're righteous.
Nobody tell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, sold packs. I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues for this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. Something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord?